Well, I actually have an off script that is somewhat analogous to this. We have just a couple minutes here before we close the show. So so CES just ended.
Right. Computer Electronics Show.
Yeah, Computer Electronics Show and
power went out
Vegas.
right in the middle of it.
I know. I know.
All that technology doesn't work without electricity.
That's an amazing thing. That's very true. Okay, so there was a lot of stuff that happened at CES this week, as always does. There's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I heard a story on NPR. Where a bunch of self-driving luggage going around the halls. There was what I thought was a really cool little innovation where they have basically airbags that you can use as a belt for an elderly person. So if you're falling, literally in milliseconds, the thing expands and protects your hips from breaking.
So
I think that's a great idea.
You're standing looking over the Grand Canyon.
That won't help.
You and your wife. No, and it accidentally goes off. Poof! Oh.
Well, then you'll just float down. You'll get down there before the burrows. So there's a lot of cool stuff that happens at CES, things like that. So my question to you is, things like CES are splashy, they're customer facing, and all those things. But we know that not everything that's at the show at CES, although it's changing now from crowdsourcing and everything, but we know that things that are at CES are often kind of aspirational, and that they don't necessarily come to maturity in the way that you expect. So do you think that a show like CES really is more about marketing and PR, or is it really an opportunity to knock up against some R&D issues and improve the technology as the technology?
Well, I think it's both. And we see this not just at CES, but we see it at the shows at IMTS too. Is you'll have stuff there that is very marketing driven. Hey, here's our new part. There's those that are testing the market. Here's this cool idea, augmented reality or virtual reality to run some sort of measurement equipment, right? That's come up in several different shows we've been to. It's not a product yet. You ask them, is this a product? No, we're just trying to see if there's interest in it. So CES is the same thing, is we're going to put out this cool idea. We know we can do it. Is anybody interested in it? And also it is a way, with thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people going past your product and playing with it and toying with it, how does it last? And what are the interactions? And when you start seeing somebody interacting with your product and they're doing something with it that it was never intended to do and you didn't think about, well, again, that's now you got product feedback. So I think any kind of trade show, and CES probably in particular, there's all of those things going on.
Because there's geeks that are there, and they're very smart, and they're going to use it in ways that maybe you won't have access to. When they buy it, they're going to use it in ways you don't have access to. But right there at CES,
right in your booth, you're going to say, "Oh, you did that."
Yeah,
you weren't supposed to do
that. Like, wow, that's really cool that you did that.
Or not so cool you did that.
Yeah,
we didn't know that was going to happen.
But you don't discount the marketing, the hype aspect of this too.
No, it's total marketing hype. Yeah. I think most trade shows are 50%, 75% marketing and hype. It's kind of their way to get the new products out there in front of an audience that is paid to go to that show. You've got what do you call it?
Focus groups. Essentially, right there.
When your audience has already been filtered for you.
Oh pre-filtered.
There's a better term now. We'll go with pre-filtered. So you've got an audience that's already paid to go to this show, and paid a hotel and all that to go see this show. They're already who you're trying to reach, obviously.
Yeah.
And now you're putting your product right in front of them at a booth. That's pure marketing right there.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff, Dirk.